You wake up, make breakfast, eat the same way you always have, and still, by mid-morning, that familiar wave of tiredness hits. Your belly hasn't budged, your energy disappears before lunch, and you think, is this just what getting older feels like? Maybe not. After 50, your body responds differently to certain food choices that used to fly under the radar. What worked at 35 might be working against you now. And breakfast, that meal almost everyone considers healthy, is often exactly where these mistakes happen. In this video, you're going to understand 5 specific breakfast mistakes that speed up the aging process after 50. These are not extreme rules. This is not a celebrity diet. These are simple adjustments based on how your metabolism actually works at this stage of life. If you're between 55 and 67 years old, and you want more energy, less inflammation, and belly fat that finally starts to respond, this video is well worth watching all the way through. And if this kind of content makes sense to you, practical, no hype, straight to the point, go ahead and like the video now and subscribe to the channel. Every week there's something new here about what it really means to age well. Breakfast gets a lot of attention. Some people say it's the most important meal of the day. Others say you should skip it entirely. With so much conflicting information out there, it's easy to see why most people just keep eating the way they always have. The problem is that after 50, some things change inside your body, quietly, gradually. Your metabolism slows down. Your insulin sensitivity decreases. Your body's ability to manage inflammation becomes a little less efficient, and your muscles need more stimulation just to stay where they are. These changes are not inevitable. They are processes you can influence through daily choices, and breakfast is one of those windows of opportunity. In the next few minutes, you're going to understand what's happening inside your body, why certain common morning habits do more harm than good after 50, and what you can swap out without complication to start feeling the difference within the next few weeks. Let's get into mistake number 1. A lot of people wake up and eat what they think is a healthy morning. A glass of fresh squeezed orange juice, a flavored yogurt, a slice of whole grain bread with jam, maybe a cereal that says whole grain right on the box. It seems balanced. It seems like a conscious choice. The problem is that combination can contain more sugar than a dessert. After 50, your body handles sugar differently. Insulin sensitivity tends to decline with age. When you eat a lot of sweet foods in the morning, your blood sugar rises fast. Your pancreas responds with insulin. The sugar drops. And then comes that fatigue, that hunger that returns way too soon. And over time, that stubborn belly fat that just won't go away. It's not a willpower problem, it's physiology. Fruit juice, even fresh squeezed, delivers fructose directly into your bloodstream without the fiber the whole fruit would provide. Flavored yogurts often contain a significant amount of added sugar. Boxed cereals, even the ones that look healthy, frequently list sugar as one of the first few ingredients. In practice, read your labels carefully. Swap the juice for the whole fruit. Choose plain yogurt with no added sugar. Now let's move to mistake number 2, which has everything to do with muscle and a loss that begins much earlier than most people realize. Think of someone like Karen, 61 years old, retired, active, someone who has always taken care of what she eats. She has breakfast every single day. A slice of toast, a piece of fruit, and a cup of coffee with milk. Light, simple, nothing excessive. But over the last few years, she's noticed she's losing muscle tone in her legs, she gets hungry way too early, and recovering after a walk takes longer than it used to. Karen's diet is not bad, but it is low in protein first thing in the morning, and that matters a great deal after 50. As we age, the body goes through a process of gradual muscle mass loss. It's slow, silent, and starts much earlier than most people realize. And one of the factors that speeds up that loss is simply not getting enough protein at your main meals. On top of that, protein at breakfast increases fullness, stabilizes blood sugar, and helps your energy stay more consistent throughout the morning. In practice, add eggs to your morning. 2 eggs already make a real difference. Plain Greek yogurt, cottage cheese, or even a spoonful of peanut butter with an apple are all practical ways to add more protein without making breakfast complicated. Mistake number 3 is about fasting and about how it can work for you or against you depending on how you approach it. Intermittent fasting has become a trend, and for some people it works well. But there is a big difference between following a fasting protocol intentionally and simply skipping breakfast because you're running late or because someone told you that eating less is always better. After 50, skipping breakfast without any real strategy can raise your cortisol levels in the morning. Cortisol is your body's stress hormone, and when it stays elevated for too long, especially in people who already sleep poorly, have high blood pressure, or carry some daily anxiety, it contributes to belly fat accumulation, muscle breakdown, and uncontrolled hunger spikes later in the day. If you skip breakfast and arrive at lunch absolutely starving, eating fast and eating more than you wanted, that's a clear sign that the way you're doing it is not working for your body. In practice, if you want to explore fasting, do it with guidance. If you don't skip breakfast just because you heard it helps with weight loss. The main question to ask yourself is simple. Do you reach your next meal with your hunger in check and your energy steady? Now, mistake number 4, and this one connects directly to that quiet inflammation your body gradually builds up over the years. White bread, plain crackers, waffles, pancakes from a boxed mix. Fast, familiar, convenient, and exactly the kind of breakfast the body after 50 processes less efficiently. Refined carbohydrates, the ones that lost most of their fiber and nutrients during processing, get converted into glucose very quickly. That causes the energy spike right after eating, followed by the crash that leaves you sluggish or struggling to focus before noon. Over time, that repeated cycle contributes to insulin resistance, which in plain terms means your body starts having to work harder and harder just to manage your blood sugar. That's linked to belly weight gain, chronic low-grade inflammation, one of the most studied mechanisms in accelerated aging, and a higher risk of type 2 diabetes. In practice, choose oats, which have fiber, decent protein, and won't spike your blood sugar sharply. A seeded whole grain bread is also a much better choice. Just make sure the first ingredient on the label is actually whole grain flour. And now we come to mistake number 5, the quietest of them all, ignoring hydration in the first hours of the day. While you sleep, your body goes between 6 and 8 hours without any fluids. By the time you wake up, mild dehydration is already there, even if you don't feel thirsty. And here's something important. After 50, your sense of thirst decreases. Your body literally signals the need for water less often, even when it needs it. Mild dehydration affects concentration, mood, energy, digestion, and blood pressure. For people over 50, where these systems already have less margin for error, ignoring morning hydration is a mistake with a real cost. In practice, before coffee, before anything else, drink 1 or 2 glasses of water. Room temperature is fine. Warm with lemon works too. The point is to build the habit of hydrating before you put in any food or caffeine. Sounds too simple to make a difference? Try it for 2 weeks. A lot of people report a clear improvement in morning energy and digestion from that one adjustment alone. Robert is 64 years old. He retired and over the past few years started noticing that he woke up tired even after a full night of sleep. His belly was bigger than it had ever been. His doctor said his labs were within normal range, but he knew something wasn't right. He didn't change everything at once. He started small. He swapped his morning juice for a whole orange. he added 2 eggs to his breakfast 3 mornings a week. He started drinking water before his coffee. 3 months later, he hadn't dropped dozens of pounds, but he had lost a few inches around his waist. His morning energy had improved noticeably, and he stopped arriving at lunch famished and irritable. That's what sustainable change looks like in real life. Real progress, no extremes. To recap in practical terms, swap the juice for whole fruit and cut the hidden sugar. Add protein at breakfast with eggs or plain Greek yogurt. If you're going to fast, do it with a plan, not by accident. Choose carbs that come with fiber, like oats and real whole grain bread. And drink water before anything else when you wake up. You don't need to do everything at once. Pick one. Practice it for 2 weeks, then add the next one. Aging well is not about doing everything perfectly. It's about making better choices with enough consistency for your body to respond. One last important note. The information in this video is educational and general. If you have specific health conditions, a history of diabetes, kidney issues, or heart disease, please talk to your doctor or a registered dietitian before changing your eating routine. If this video brought you something useful, go ahead and like it and share it with someone else who is at this stage of life. Subscribe to the channel so you don't miss what's coming next. And in the comments, let me know, which of these 5 mistakes did you recognize in your own routine? Which one are you going to change first? See you in the next video.